Hit it.
And we are back with the BJ Factory, everybody. This
Welcome.
is Jake. That's Brad. Of course, we have the Penguin Lad along with us, young Daniel. You hear him clapping over there on the side. And we're back for episode 3.
Yes, so I'm just going to jump into it, boys, like usual. Got a lot of comments on the Adrenochromes. And so going into it we're going to turn to a fucking conspiracy theory podcast, but going into it last episode, I had no idea what Jake was talking about with Adrenochromes. I don't even feel like going back into that shit. If you just go back to last episode.
You need to just hashtag Adrenochrome on Twitter. Yeah. I literally downloaded Twitter for this.
Yeah, you didn't have Twitter beforehand?
No, I don't.
I still don't. But anyway, so after that, I was like, okay, I'm just going to, let me pop in on Reddit here, and let me just go on the conspiracy theory subreddit, just see what's cracking. I haven't looked into any conspiracy theories lately. So I find this like trending thread of like all these videos being taken down from YouTube about different things and whatnot. And one of them is from this YouTuber, Mouthy Buddha, right? Yeah. Buddha, yeah. Buddha, sorry.
I was about to say Mouthy Buddha.
Yeah,
that sounds a lot different than Mouthy Buddha. Yeah, that's a conspiracy within itself.
Anyway, so this guy goes into, it starts out with Pizzagate. Mm-hmm. He calls it Pedogate, like the video. It's a part 1 of 2. It's like 30 minutes, right?
God, this shit is sick.
So it starts out, have you heard of Pizzagate?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Dude.
So we used to go to Comet Ping Pong, like back home in Maryland. Like
you've literally been
me and my friends have been there.
And it's just a regular pizza spot.
So when we went, this must have been 2012 or something like that. I think we've done multiple.
Would you go to this spot all the time?
No, this was kind of far from where we lived, and I've been there multiple times. But when I was more older, one of the times I kind of vividly remember was going with my buddies when we could drive. So 2012, we go out there, and it was like very lackluster. Like there wasn't many people in there. There were people playing ping pong in the back, but we couldn't figure out how to get the fucking paddles, kind of deal. And but there was a weird kind of like just, why isn't this more popping?
What kind of area is this? Is this like a nice area?
It's nice. This is Bethesda, Maryland. So this is northern Maryland, right outside of D.C. And like a lot of politicians live there.
Okay.
So it's a nice area.
Prime spot for Pizzagate. Prime.
So I'm watching
that
video.
Makes it even scarier now that it's like, oh my God.
Right?
You just said like prime spot for politicians.
100%. So I start looking into this, and then like I looked into it a little bit beforehand, and like I knew a lot about. I knew like it was fucked up because like after all these accusations come out, then a shot's fired inside. Nobody's hit, and yet the hard drive they were going to use as evidence just magically gets shot. That's the only thing that gets shot.
Yeah, this dude walked in with an AK-47 and fired rounds, and the only thing he hit was this fucking thing that Brad's
it was a
talking
fucking
about.
hard drive.
He literally sniped the hard drive out of everything in there.
They were calling him like a fucking like an alt-right conspiracy theorist who wanted to do an investigation on his own. It's like, and the only thing.
So he shot his only evidence.
Yeah. What?
Imagine like being right on like Jeffrey Dahmer's tail, and then you're like, I have like the bloody clothes. You know what? Let's burn this. Let's get rid of this right now. Get out of my sight. What the fuck is your problem?
So the video starts in on the guy who owns the Comet Ping Pong place, right? And he's posting all these fucking weird like pictures on his Instagram. And I remember seeing this back in the day, looking at Pizzagate. I remember thinking, oh, it's probably just the guy's kids or nephews or whatever. Some of them are his nephews, and then some of them are just random kids or like friends' kids. It doesn't make any sense. And like, there's some of the shit on there. It has like all those code words that they're using and shit.
Yeah, like pasta.
Yeah,
and like
things
salads.
Like that. It's ridiculous. We went over. There's like the symbols and shit that the FBI actually like went out and said like these are pedophile ring symbols. And they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
If you look at a picture of Jimmy Kimmel in the back of his house, he has those symbols as like coat hangers. Like the spiral, like triangle looking thing.
God
and
damn you, Kimmel.
I swear to God. He
I would not be. I
does.
wouldn't be surprised.
Jimmy. He just like
God damn it, Jimmy.
apologized today for doing the
what?
Carl Malone blackface.
Oh, did he do a blackface as well?
Jimmy.
Why are all the Jimmys getting hit
Jimmy,
with blackface?
Jimmy Kimmel was like, he did blackface a few times, I think.
Yeah, was it on the Man Show? Adam
I
Carolla?
think it was on his own show.
Really?
Might have been on the Man Show, actually. But how do you ever think that's going to be a good idea?
I don't know.
We're going off track a little bit.
Anyway,
but back to Pizzagate.
So the first video goes into this guy, and then that leads into like this guy's friends who's commenting on the videos and stuff like that. And then it talks about how his husband's like, or one of his like older boyfriends, something like that. It's a very prominent guy in DC, like works with politicians, yada yada yada. Dude's very well connected. And then so the video all of a sudden it takes like a turn to where this dude's shows a picture of Anthony Bourdain and Obama in Vietnam, right? After they did like the trade lift or whatever.
Anthony Bourdain.
He didn't kill himself, Jake. We'll get to that. So in the back of the video, there's a Vietnamese sign that says like no smoking, right? Or that's what it's like directly translated to. So this guy takes that, searches it into all the search engines like Google, all these things, and a Russian one called Yandex, right?
Oh my
When
God.
he searches it into Yandex, a video comes up called BH, right? Yeah, BH Kids. So on BH Kids, it's a video of like these kids in like bathing suits, like doing music videos, I guess, or like singing songs, some weird shit. But then this guy ends up finding out this code for like BH Kids, where like if you type this into a Russian search engine, it's a place to find like child porn pictures and shit. And he proves it. Like, and then he goes on like some website, like a designer lingerie website.
This is all Buttermouth or whoever you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link 100%. But that's not even the tip of the fucking sword.
Oh my God.
So I watched that one last night, right? It's getting intense in this motherfucker. All right, so I watched that one last night. This morning, I find that there was one on YouTube, or that was the one that got removed. There's a new one that's out, right? Part 2. And who's on the fucking thumbnail? Take a guess.
Obama?
No.
Jeffrey Epstein?
More painful. No politicians.
No, more painful Will Smith?
No, more.
More painful than Will Smith. Leo.
I wish, man.
No way. Older. Betty White.
Oh, that would kill me.
No, not that bad.
Meryl Streep?
I wish.
Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a guy.
I feel like this is Clue or something. It's a guy.
It's a man.
Brad Pitt.
No,
Johnny Depp.
no. Think more wholesome.
More wholesome. Oh. Damn it. I know exactly who it is. Tommy Hanks.
It's Tom.
Yeah, it's Tom.
It's Tom. God damn it, man.
God damn it.
So this motherfucker starts going through Tom Hanks's Instagram posts, right? And he has a lot of weird pictures of like gloves and shit. I don't know. Some like artsy thing. Finds a picture of a glove on the ground. Next to it, like carved out or like chalk. Or something.
It's like a rabbit. I think I've seen this. Not a rabbit.
There's a code. Not a code. Acronyms. It's SRC, USA. So the guy types it into the Yandex thing, finds like the same shit. Where this is like another code way of looking on like the search engine to find like pictures of like small children in bathing suits and shit. It's fucking weird. But the weirdest thing about all of those things combined that I thought, which supposedly has been out, I didn't know about this.
I don't even know if I can continue this podcast.
Bro, okay. There's in the second video, there's a guy who's like a low-level actor, but it seems like he'd gotten somewhat consistent work, right? He was like a guest star in a couple like NBC crime shows. He was in like the Terminator Salvation movie as like a little. He had a few lines in that movie, but he's a working actor, right? So there's videos of him where he's like exposing the pedophile ring in Hollywood, right? Where he's like, they're all pedophiles, yada yada yada, just like someone you would expect to talk like that,
Right.
So he's saying, like, they're asking him, are you worried about your safety and shit? I think he's doing it on, like, an Instagram Live or something. And he's like, yeah, of course I'm worried about my safety, but these motherfuckers aren't going to kill me because I got my dead man switch. And, like, the guy goes on to explain, the narrator, that a dead man switch is, like, if you have evidence, like, against somebody, like, to upload that in case of your death kind of thing.
Oh.
He's like, I have my dead man switch. 2 weeks later, he gets on live again, and he's like, everybody's thinking he's going to give updates and whatnot, and then he's talking about how he's like, I still think everything's right, but I am, like, there's definitely something coming for me. And then he starts talking like that. He's, like, very concerned. And then they ask him, like, are you suicidal? He's like, no, I'm not suicidal. Like, I don't want to take my life, but I definitely feel something is coming for me. And then so I think it was like a day later or something like that, homeboy jumped off a bridge, died. And on 4chan, the same day, not from him directly, they can't prove that, but on the same day, coincidentally or whatnot, there is a video of, you saw that part, right? Of, like, a Turkish bathhouse. And, you know, have you...
Like, I'm going to start hyperventilating, dude.
Bro.
Oh my
this is how I
God.
felt last episode. Okay, so have you seen X-Men, what's that? Apocalypse.
Yes.
Do you know the scene where Oscar Isaac laying on the fucking table and, like almost like a sacrifice?
Yeah.
Like the Aztecs would do or something like that. There's a video of, this is disgusting, of, like, 6-year-olds or, like, 11-year-olds, like, walking around cleaning it, like, to almost like they're preparing it for something. Mind you, they're on, like, bathing suits. And, like, weird. Like, just grossly weird. And that video gets put out the day that dude dies. Like, what? Dude, it's a fucking... It's crazy.
Okay.
I know.
Listen,
I know, man.
I guess the only thing I can wonder, if all this, say all of this is true, like Tom Hanks is a part of this crazy pedophile ring that I've also heard that Will Smith is a part of, that John
Chrissy
Legend
Teigen,
and Chrissy Teigen is a part of, that tons of people.
Naomi Campbell.
Do you think these people were born pedophiles and, like, born rapists, or do you think once they became famous they get...
Well, I think that ties this all right back in, because it almost seems like they've had, like, their minds and stuff altered, and what better way to do it with than, like, adrenochrome. So maybe it's one of those things where it's like, hey, try this thing out, and then they're just sent down.
All right, Danny's going crazy
spiral.
with it. I have a different theory.
Dude, are we fucking living in a James Bond movie? Like, there's this, like, mind-altering substance.
That's the fucking question. If we're living in that movie.
Penguin can be.
He's the penguin. And no, so my theory is, I saw this on Reddit somewhere. I'm just stealing everything from Reddit. But that for a lot of these people, like, they're tied in so deeply. Like, the people who are really involved firsthand are so high up, right? That fucking, like, say something happens with John Legend, or they put these people, these elites, celebrities, politicians, in positions that make them do something crazy, whether that's actually, like, prey upon a child or just knowing. But then that, even the knowing, puts an implication on them, you know what I mean? So then now they have that dirt on them, you know, so what are they going to do? You know what I mean? It's like, you lose your career, and then, or they fuck you up for saying anything, never work again, or you keep playing our game.
You could do it, but you would have to completely alter your life. This is the only way I could see, like, nothing happening to you, is you make a couple movies, you know everything that's going on, you make a couple movies, you're good with your money while you're making those movies, so you never have to work again. Yeah. You live a modest life, and you move to a remote area, and you just, like, stock up on, like, guns and armoring your house and stuff like that, and you just tell on everybody. That's literally the only way.
I think that, yeah. I mean, so Mel Gibson said it a bunch.
Oh yeah.
That like there's a huge pedophile.
And I've also heard that a part of this conspiracy is any like like Mel Gibson, he was highly respected. Anybody highly respected, they try to make that person seem crazy.
Yeah.
So they'll like
Mel helped him a little
Oh
bit.
well, yeah. Mel definitely helped them a lot. But millions of people have done the same thing as Mel Gibson, and we don't look at them as these lunatics. Like they really try to make him look like a lunatic,
An asshole's an asshole, but like a crazy person's different.
And there's other people like Corey Feldman. They make him seem weird.
So
and
I was
crazy.
just about to talk about fucking Corey Feldman. So Corey Feldman is not fucking crazy.
No, that kid has.
Dude, he is telling the truth.
Corey Haim is dead because of his abuse.
Dude, so like I really wish it would happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. But Corey Feldman had like a GoFundMe put together because he was trying to raise $10 million because he wanted to do a documentary about his life, right? And I would love to have seen that where no other money was influenced other than
no
a GoFundMe.
Producers.
No producers, no production companies, none of that shit. And like I would love to have seen that, or still would like to see it.
I would still like to see it.
If that's still up, I'll donate to that shit.
But to the mainstream media, they made that dude look like a fucking
crazy
goofball.
Yeah, they made him look nuts.
Yeah,
performing his songs. And shit.
So the mass, no one gives a shit what he says.
No, it's sad.
Yeah,
but when you actually listen to him, like, it's insane.
It's insane, and he would know.
It's too real. Like, you know what I mean?
It's
like,
so real,
the amount
dude.
of people that have been busted, like, even at low levels.
And it's a fucking pattern. I was reading today that they did a fucking, what would you even call it, a predator sting. And a lot of them were workers at Disneyland. These people get jobs purposely in the Boy Scouts, at Disneyland, at this, so they can be around kids.
You know what? Honestly, that fucking scares me.
Yeah.
Because, like, I work with kids. And, like,
it's weird.
I don't want people to think, like, I took this job on fucking purpose to, like, prey on kids. I just wanted to sing some songs. Like, you know what I mean? That was the only job available.
Hell no. I wouldn't even want to put myself in that position.
It's scary to be in that position.
I wouldn't even
honestly,
just because.
Dude, when I'm working with those kids, like I have to be so precautious of like every move I make.
Oh
like if a kid's trying to hug me or something like that, I immediately look right.
I
at the
wouldn't
parent.
want some little kid hugging me. Fuck no. Especially here in California. Hell no.
It's a legitimate thing. Like I'll be like playing guitar or whatnot, and like little kids will definitely like try to come up and like grab on my leg or something like that or hug me. And my immediate like thing, because you don't want to like immediately rip away from a kid because that.
And it's a lot different when you're a 26-year-old dude than a 26-year-old.
No, 100%.
You know.
100%. So my immediate thing is I always go right to the parent, and I'm like, I make eye contact with them, and they know immediately why I'm looking at them.
Right.
It's okay that you can like reciprocate, like, you know what I mean? And it's super uncomfortable, but you have to do it.
That's so weird, dude, because like, I mean, back when we were kids, I feel like it wasn't so like weird and stressful. Like there was this teacher at my elementary school named Mr. Turpak who still works there. He's like literally the god of that school to this day. Like he was just like that, and kids would like tackle him and stuff, and he'd bring his own kid to school a lot, and like he was like the basketball coach, coolest guy ever. But like nowadays, I don't think that shit would fly with a lot of parents.
I don't, man. Like.
Just like being super
sad?
Comfortable with your kid. And that's sad because now they're just like, they can't be as forefront with their teachers.
I feel that sad as well, though, because like on a parent's level, like if I were a parent, I'd probably be the fucking same way.
Oh,
you know what
definitely,
I mean?
dude. I don't want a kid,
especially
dude.
out here in LA. Are you kidding?
I always read these stories of these kids like getting snatched just from like literally like I was reading a story, a girl was sleeping in the middle of the night and the dude crawled through the window and just kidnapped her from her own house. Like, she doesn't even have to be outside. Like, I think about that, dude. I don't even know if I want kids.
It's so existential. Like, I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, I'm being serious.
Should I keep living?
And I was somebody who was always, like, super down to have kids, which it might, like, surprise some people. But it would be cool to have one. But, like... I don't know, dude. Like, I know a kid that I grew up with named, so like I lived on the street in Michigan, and this kid named down the street, his name is Jake too. Like 3 houses down. He's probably like a couple of years older than probably your age. Maybe like a year older than you.
I'm not that old.
Yeah, 43 isn't that old. Yeah, but they would call me Baby Jake in the neighborhood and him Big Jake. He moved and we lost contact. I think he moved like deeper into Detroit and he went to
How old when he moved? I miss.
He probably moved when he was like 12, so I was probably like 9. Okay. So he moved. One day my mom comes in. Now I'm probably like 16, so that means he's like 18, 19. Comes in my room, I'm sleeping. I remember it's like summer vacation. She comes in, she's like, Jacob Cudla's missing. I was like, oh, whoa, that's weird. She's like, yeah, him and this other kid that I kind of heard of named Jordan Bobbish were missing together. So we like handed out flyers and stuff. Why am I telling this story?
Missing kids. Yeah,
missing kids. Yeah, missing kids. And thank you. I just needed to remember why I was telling this.
That's why Danny's here.
Yeah.
Keep us on track.
Everyone's handing out flyers, and then after like a week or so, Jake just had a knee surgery. They found his cane like in Detroit, just like on some street, and then they found his car like completely like stripped, like in another area of Detroit. And like the east side of Detroit is like one of like there's bad neighborhoods there. And like 2 weeks later, like these dudes were like cutting the grass of like this abandoned field and picking up trash. And when they found their bodies just like shot in the back of the head, 18. Jake and Jordan, both execution style. Neither of them had shoes on. Neither of them had pants on. And they said that like Jake, like they're pretty sure like Jordan died first because like he was like just shot like I think once or twice, but Jake was shot like a bunch of times, and they think that they like tortured him beforehand.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and that was Jake's parents' only kid. So like that like.
And how old was he?
Jake was 18, and I think Jordan was like 17 or 16.
Okay, so where the fuck did you live? Did they run with like bad crews?
No, they were just like two white kids. And I guess they were at their uncle's house in Detroit, like Jake's uncle's house, like an hour before the cops think that they like ran into all this.
Holy shit. That's insane.
They caught the two dudes though.
Did they really?
Yeah. And like,
who were they? What happened?
They were just two dudes, and they saw him, and I guess like I'm pretty sure they were trying to like buy pot or something.
Yeah. Something,
and I guess they just ran into the two wrong dudes who just was like, no, we're just gonna rob these two white kids and kill them. And
that's the thing I have a hard time wrapping my head around. I guess it just shows you like how different people are. You know, like if I'm gonna rob somebody, you know what I mean? Like if I'm down on my like luck and shit, you know what I mean? Like. And I'm gonna rob somebody, like morally, like how I couldn't kill somebody.
Well, that just shows the two dudes who did it. They
fucking insane.
They've been doing bad things for a long time, and it's just not the same to them anymore. Yeah. And they didn't have to be like that.
Desensitized.
Yeah, you know, I'm sure those two dudes had a weird life growing up. Too, you know, and just ended up.
That's just like fucking terrifying though, because like I could.
And you know what? On the flip side, that could be your kid. Your kid could kill somebody. Yeah. Like I think people always like think that their kid's gonna be a victim in something. No, your kid might mess up big time.
True.
Your kid might get a DUI.
I know for damn sure. Like if I ever catch my kid with pot or whatever, I'm gonna tell him to his face, "You go through me." To get that shit. You don't go through the fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That could have been me in high school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I bought pot in high school and shit. And, like, from sometimes from people I didn't even fucking know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, I would have much rather have had, like, you know, I mean, obviously it's different now, but.
Nowadays, they're giving their babies CBD oil right out of the womb. Yeah. Instead of formula, now it's straight CBD oil.
And that CBD was delivered by a Postmate, basically.
Dude, I was in Hollywood the other day, and there was a Postmate robot. And it, like, stopped.
What the fuck?
It stopped for the street light, and it blew my mind. And then the second the street light went, it went.
Was it on the sidewalk? Like,
It was walking down the sidewalk.
how tall
It's
was
like a
said
box
robot?
on wheels.
Yeah, it's like this tall.
Holy shit!
Like,
Like an autonomous fucking little.
And it goes super smooth. It's not all janky and weird.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
No, it's not, bro.
Well, yeah, I agree.
That
It's
stuff
a-
scares me. Like, listen, you fucking freaks. Who the hell would want a car that drive itself?
Wait. Are you against fully autonomous driving?
Yes, 100%.
Why?
Because, bro, everyone will argue like human error causes most like traffic accidents, right? Well, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with humans like causing like I'm okay with all like I'm okay with humans messing my day up. I'm okay with humans killing me. But the thought of me just sitting like in this automated car and then just like this crazy
cut the mic.
the thought of sitting in this fucking car and it just like malfunctioning and there's nothing I can do about it and then I'm just like trapped in this box like sitting in it. Like imagine just sitting there and then like it just starts going faster and then like your brakes don't work anymore.
Okay, so
Like
that's like a terrible situation.
letting your car change lanes for you?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, it already does that. So I'm not gonna.
You will
go-
catch me in 40 years still driving with my hands.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna be yelling at black people from the streets or some shit.
What?
If you're not agreeing to grow with the times,
Oh
Jake.
my god.
Listen, all right, I'm not getting in like a fully autonomous car like right now and like just click and go to work. You know what I'm saying? And like trusting that shit. But I'm telling you, give it fucking 15 years. Like the available data that's already coming in from so many cars out right now, Tesla wise and whatnot, they're gonna have that shit down fucking pat. Like in 15 years, man. And the only errors are gonna be coming from the human drivers.
Tesla, the same people who had their rocket just explode on launch.
You know, we're gonna fucking explode to Mars too, Jake. We're gonna leave
Oh
you here.
my God.
We're gonna fucking leave you here in the past.
Elon Musk. I saw something wild about Elon Musk the other
no,
day.
what?
I guess Johnny Depp's suing Amber Heard. We have to wrap up back around to Pizzagate.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp's suing Amber Heard for
Defamation.
defamation. And I guess in 2016 it was Elon Musk, Amber Heard, and Cara Delevingne. I guess went to Johnny Depp's penthouse and like had like a crazy night with those three.
So what's the big deal with that?
Because it was like in a house that Johnny Depp owned and his ex-separated wife was bringing other men to, like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with like how divorce court works, but like say you're cheating on your husband, that affects divorce court. Like that's not good for you. So if you are like seen doing stuff like that, that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about divorce court, so that good. Enlighten me. Like, okay, so the thing about Johnny's suing Amber Heard for
Not for claiming that he abused her in ways, and who knows, maybe he did a few times, but then there's a lot of reports that she may have actually been the primary abuser.
Well, yeah, I know for sure.
I saw a video where she almost cut his whole finger off.
Yeah, if you read the depositions, she's insane.
Yeah.
Like,
But I've heard I think was because she was dating a woman beforehand, and I think she was abusive towards her.
really, wow.
She also has made statements, the woman that Amber Heard.
So this is an Amber Heard thing for sure.
And the thing about Johnny Depp is Winona Ryder and what's her name, Vanessa Paradis.
I don't know.
It's who he has his children with. They both came out and said that he never touched them ever.
I saw that.
Yeah.
More Winona came out for him.
And he was with Vanessa Paradis. That's who he has his 2 kids with. He was with her for like 20 years.
Johnny Depp looks like he smells.
Well, he chain smokes weird Thai tobacco.
he just
Apparently, he has like a whiskey
he's been
problem.
looking a lot better recently.
Well, then, Brad, you got to hear the stories of. So Johnny Depp and Marilyn Manson are like great friends.
Oh, really?
And Johnny Depp doesn't really talk about it, but if you watch like a Marilyn Manson interview, he'll tell you all the weird ass shit that him and Johnny Depp do.
No shit.
And it's like, and it's not like weird, like pedogate weird. It's just just two weird
two
dudes
weird
doing
dudes,
weird
yeah.
shit. I love it. It's great.
Yeah, they're the type of guys that go and like put on a puppet show for just them two. Like they're
Danny's the type of like this just gets into also our producer Danny's style of things like he wants to do. Like Danny's been trying to get out to Europe to go to like a heavy metal festival. Would you do that, Jake? You seem like the
I
type
definitely
of guy.
would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it does seem like an experience. Like that does sound kind of fun.
That's like one of the few things I probably like would do with a group of people.
Right, but, like so we were watching like there's a Russian band or German, right? Rammstein. Yeah, Rammstein.
I think you were telling me about this.
I think I was like the one time I was over. They're fucking insane. Like their live shows look awesome.
Well, one of my favorite bands ever is Finnish.
Yeah, it's him, right?
Yeah, so they like pretty much only play in Europe at this point.
Speaking
so.
of him, how's Bam Margera doing? What's he doing, man?
Bammy. Okay, so he fell hard after Ryan Dunn died, gained a bunch of weight, became alcoholic. But then Vice put out a whole epically later where he like turned his life around. He was like in Spain and shit. But then now I think
he relapsed.
He relapsed back drinking. I saw this weird video.
He's on Dr. Phil.
Yeah, and I saw some weird video of him like screaming at his manager backstage.
Dude, there's so many videos like that. There's one there. There's one of him at an airport doing that shit. There's
and
one
it's
of him.
so sad.
It's crazy.
If you go look at Viva La Bam, he's so skinny, and all the girls
I grew
love
up
him.
on Viva La Bam,
Me
man.
too. Viva La Bam,
Viva La Bam
Jackass,
was the best.
Bam's Unholy Union.
Yep,
Dude,
Bam's Unholy Union.
Dude, when I
Missy, how's Missy doing?
Dude, Missy divorced him.
Yeah, good.
They had an episode in Detroit for Bam's Unholy Union. That's where they got their wedding rings.
No shit.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
and that's where they saw Iggy Pop because he's from Detroit.
Oh yeah, he did the music, right?
Yeah, but Bam, dude, I wanted to be Bam Margera. I had every Bam Margera skateboard. I wore hats like him. I still have my.
Dude, my mom bought me a
necklace.
Viva La Bam shirt for Christmas. I never took that shit off.
Yeah, dude.
Loved Viva La Bam. Don Vito turned out to be a predator. Ugh.
He's dead.
Turned out to be a predator. So maybe that's for the
He's
best.
very dead.
I love Phil and April, man. His parents, they were the best.
Yeah.
Love them
They're
to
still
death.
alive.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn, Ryan Dunn's really dead. That was
was weird,
That
man.
was a death kind of like Kobe, where it's still to this day it feels like that person's just walking around still.
The Kobe one doesn't feel real still.
No, that's real weird. I think because he was like so like just like ironclad, like
because
and,
he was one of the invincible guys, you know?
Yeah.
You looked at him like nothing would ever. Yep.
I
It's the
can't
same.
even think of another death in my lifetime that was like that.
Dude, for me, me and my buddies were talking about this. Paul Walker. That one hit me kind of
I
hard.
guess, but like in my head, and I could be completely wrong. I just feel like that's still like a niche audience, like like people who watch the Fast and Furious movies.
See, I'm not a huge Fast and Furious fan. The first two Fast and Furious films, me and my best friend grew up on, and we were like, those were our favorite films.
To be honest, I don't even like Paul Walker in Fast and Furious. Like I don't.
You go
Fast and
fuck
Furious
yourself,
movies.
Jake. You're talking about a national
Paul
treasure. Now, you want to throw
Walker-
hands in this apartment.
Paul Walker is better in that one Tobey Maguire movie, Pleasantville, the black and white one with Reese Witherspoon. Oh, you should go check that one out.
Sorry.
That's his best
Did you
movie.
even watch him in Into the Blue with Jessica Alba when they're diving for treasure?
Dude, I don't even think I've ever seen a Jessica. No, I've seen Fantastic Four.
That doesn't
Why
count.
is that movie? Why is
doesn't
that
count,
franchise cursed?
That does not count. Oh gosh.
Where did we leave off on Pedogate, Pizzagate?
Oh, dude. So I wanted to actually call my mom because my mom has
On the podcast?
Yeah, I kind of want to do it on the podcast because my mom's best friend, him and his partner live in D.C. and they're both kind of. I think his husband is like a little more prominent in the area, and I was gonna ask him if he knows about, or if my mom knows the guy who owns Comet Pizza. By
All
any chance.
right,
So it might be
all
an
right.
interesting thing to.
Could you
ask.
imagine if she's like, yeah, I can get him on the line right now.
That'd be fantastic.
We got the owner of the Pedogate Pizza Parlor on us.
Ask him.
Just like, dude, you gotta tell us, like, if these people have at least been there. Like, if they've at least been seen in the pizza
Yeah,
place.
right. Something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of interesting. He wouldn't say shit to us. You know what I'm saying?
No, he might get shot in
He
the
wouldn't
head
say a damn
today. Have him on the episode 3 of the BJ Factory. He gets killed over that.
All right, my mom doesn't love me. We can move on. She'll call back
Dude,
later.
I swear to God, my mom never answers my calls.
My mom's just doing shit.
Yeah.
My mom's just like not paying attention.
Man, Pizzagate, it's just sad because I saw like a unpublished list of the celebrities.
Dude, have you seen? So I watched the Jeffrey Epstein doc. And
What's that on?
It's on Netflix.
I didn't
Yeah,
watch
Filthy
it.
Rich. It's okay.
How long is it?
It's really well done. Yeah, like 4.
Oh, hour long.
It's like a miniseries. So it's good. Like it's produced by James Patterson. It's based off James Patterson's book, Filthy Rich. But the problem is, and I knew going into it was going to be the problem, is Netflix nobody has the fucking balls to put out the names of like the high list people he was running with.
I've heard a few. I heard, and one of them kind of, you guys, so I guess there was a trip to some country in Africa where it was a cover that they were installing like wells. And it was Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein, Kevin Spacey, and Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker, I haven't heard that yet. I've heard Kevin Spacey, Trump, and
Yeah.
I haven't heard Chris Tucker
And they
yet.
all
so
were on this trip together.
That's interesting.
Putting wells in this different country.
Yeah, see, I just want to hear, like, because even one of the main girls who was working for Epstein as well, because he would get the girls and then he would get those girls to bring in other girls. And she was one of the figures that was around him prominently, like, helping him and, like, doing what he asked and whatnot. And she said in the interview, like, I was sold out to prominent political figures, celebrities. And it's like, fucking drop the names. Let's hear them.
Yeah, just say it.
Like, I mean, I'm not gonna yell at the girl because obviously that must be terrible.
It
but
all
I wish,
will come out eventually. I mean, like, even if they're old, by the time it comes
Yeah.
out, look at Bill Cosby. He was in his 80s when it all came out.
if it comes out, then awesome. Whenever, like the sooner the better.
Yeah.
But like, die in jail.
Yeah, make room, Hollywood. Make room.
Yeah, there's people saying like the Bill Cosby wasn't even the worst of it. I'm like, holy
Oh,
shit.
my God. Well, if
Yeah.
Adrenochrome's real, it's definitely not the worst of it.
So I did more research on Adrenochrome.
yeah, tell
right?
me.
And this is what I was more interested in Pizzagate because I found more logical conclusions.
Well,
in Pizzagate.
Adrenochrome's like a pure conspiracy theory.
So the pictures that you showed me, which I think we told him, it's a picture of Obama and George Clooney on a boat, and it's like there's a section of it where it looks like George Clooney zipping up his pants, and then like a little Asian girl just like looking like oh, but like so they show pictures though later on in the day, and it looks to be from the same boat trip. And then if you look from the other side in the hull of the boat, there's Michelle Obama. There's an Asian lady who looks like it could be the girl in the photo, just like from a distance.
But what does that necessarily? That doesn't. Michelle Obama could be in on this. If Chrissy Teigen and John Legend are in on it, Michelle Obama could.
Okay, I don't think that
Women are a part of
fucking
this.
Barack's gonna stand like right here getting a blowy with his wife, just like chilling right there.
I think
watching.
I think that is what these people are doing.
Shit, dude, I'm running with the wrong crowd.
I think that's exactly I think that is what they're doing. I think they're all,
That's a stretch.
dude. It's not think of Bohemian Grove. Like people would think that was a stretch, but it's not. Alex Jones videotaped that happening. Barack Obama, Bill Gates, the Bushes dressing up as weird wizard things and dancing around a fire. That's real, and there's video of it. And every year it's confirmed that they're there. They don't hide that. They're like, yeah, we go there. It's just a normal conference. But Alex Jones went there, and they're doing weird things, dude. So if these old men and women are dressing up as goblins and ghouls and ghosts and prancing around the fire, I definitely believe some dude would get a blowjob in front of his wife.
Yeah. Jesus, this is crazy, man. Like my whole week's gonna be just tied up in this.
Now,
shit.
I'm not saying like that's that, and that's just one part of me. The other part of me is like Barack Obama and Chrissy Teigen. Like, there's no way. That's so wild in my brain. But then there's part of me is like, the most powerful people can just do whatever they want, and the fact that that's true, it makes that open to being true.
Yeah, I mean, I've never liked Chrissy Teigen just because I always wish John Legend was with Alicia Keys.
Oh, well.
I thought that'd be the most
What's
amazing
that dude's
musical
name?
couple ever.
Swaze Beats. Is that?
Swaze Beats? What the fuck?
Isn't that's Alicia Keys' husband's name.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. He's
I need
some
to keep up on my
goofy guy.
pop culture shit.
No, I think he's actually a pretty good musician.
I don't really know.
Yeah, not my style.
What else are we gonna talk about today? We had a bunch of stuff on our list as well.
In lighter news, we got Father's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Fights, earthquakes, Batman, anything.
Let's talk real quick about earthquakes. So none of us are from California, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Danny's from Texas, Jake's from Michigan, and I'm from Maryland. So we were talking about earthquakes earlier, and we were like, these two had never experienced one until coming out here. I just had randomly, there happened to be one in Maryland, like before I left for New York, and it was like the first one in fucking decades. And so that was just kind of random for me. But like, what was your first one out here?
My first one out here was literally, I can't remember precisely, let's just say 6 months to a year ago.
Okay.
I was just like chilling in
Were you here? This location?
this apartment.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I was in an apartment in Van Nuys.
Okay. You're closer to us, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I was just like sitting on the bed and I look over and my girlfriend's in the bathroom and I like look back over and I think she hops on the bed behind me and I look and she's still in the bathroom like, what was that? And then when I stood up, the floor was just jelly. And I've never like felt an earthquake before. That's the best. It felt like I was like standing on water. That's like the best way I could like say it. And I literally started saying out loud, earthquake! Yeah. Earthquake! This is an earthquake!
What everybody says. What happens? Everybody just screams earthquake.
But then, like, literally 2 days later, I'm driving in my car, and I remember looking and seeing the light poles swaying. And then when I got out of my car, everybody where I was going, like, rushes out and was like, bro, did you feel that? So there was, like, another one literally, like, the next day. Like, that was super rough.
I don't remember having, like, 2 in a row.
Yeah, I think Jake and I felt the same ones because the very first one was on the 4th of July that I felt. Mm-hmm. And that was the one where we were at home and it was like early in the morning and the house started shaking and we stood up and we're all like, earthquake,
oh, yes.
earthquake. And like you had to pick up the cat because the cat was freaked out. And so that was my first one. And that just, felt like I stayed in my bed the whole time. So it just my bed was just rocking like it was on a boat. But the one the day after on July 5th, I was at the movies. And I was in the Cinerama Dome in Hollywood, if anyone knows where that is. It's really old, and there's like pillars inside. And
where in the dome? Oh, we're like
I was in like the lobby before you head into the main theater, and there's like pillars where the concession stand is, and like the ground started moving. But the craziest thing to me was I looked, and the pillars were literally like spaghetti noodling. And these are the pillars that hold up this building, and I was like, "Oh my god,
why out?"
Yeah, and there's a big pane of glass in the front, and I was like, if I stand by this pane of glass, I'm gonna get fucking cut to ribbons. So I just kind of went in a little bit, and then when it finally stopped, like some people had fled the building, and others just kind of like hung out, and then they started the movie within like 10 minutes. Like it was like one and done, but it was a huge one. It was freaky.
That's crazy.
You were talking about your first kiss?
Dude, when we had that earthquake in Maryland, it was like 2012, and I was with my best friend at the time, Eric. Shout out Eric Solchek. And we were in a Burger King because we were about to go to golf tryouts for senior year, right?
Like golf the sport?
You're goddamn right, golf the sport. So we had gone to the course beforehand, played 9, and we were going to get something to eat and then go to school, and then we'd go to another course from there. Mm-hmm. So we're at a Burger King, right? Mind you, this is fucking Maryland. We don't get earthquakes. Get tornadoes and hurricanes, but no earthquakes ever. So we're in the Burger King. All of a sudden, like, I'm sitting at the booth where, like, behind you is where the trash is, where you, like, shove it in.
Yeah.
So, everything starts shaking, like, my seat, and I'm thinking, who's this motherfucker behind me fucking shaking the trash can and shit? And then, like, so I look around, nobody's there. And then, like, I look back, and the fucking manager is screaming. He jumps over the counter. Earthquake! And like he's never felt one either. So he's freaking out. He doesn't know what to do. Me and my friend are like, do we go under the table? Do we what the fuck do we do? And it stops. It was like maybe a total of like 7 seconds. And everyone in Maryland flipped
I completely understand. I was just about to say, because I think I would freak out way more if I felt the same exact thing I felt in California and Michigan.
Yeah, right.
I would have been way more scared.
So that doesn't like compute into your mind even what an earthquake is. So then finally when that happened and like he said like we had confirmation that it was an earthquake and everybody settled down. Like the dude gave out free French fries to everybody in the Burger King. But like the high school we went to go to tryouts after that, they didn't know what the fuck to do. They canceled everything for like the next 3 days.
Wow, over that
It was ridiculous.
earthquake.
Over a fucking earthquake.
Wow, man. Yeah, earthquakes are scary, dude.
California kids out here, they'll just ride them. And then
they're all like earthquakes. Dude, my boy's dad back home, he always says to me, Jacob, the big one's coming. The big one. And California's going to break off into the ocean. He's like, you got to move back to Michigan. I was like, all right. But yeah, some people really think that like a giant one.
Yeah, me too. I'm out of here.
Yeah, but what happens but you're not? You're here right now. What happens if it hits today? Like
that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going viral.
That would be awesome. Like, do you guys know Adam 22?
Yeah.
No Jumper. I love you, Adam. Subscribe.
I'll send you my mixtape.
He got robbed on his live stream.
Yeah, dude, I saw that.
Yeah.
That was insane. They beat the shit out of that kid.
Yeah, because like literally his homeboy had a gun right behind him.
He was gonna shoot him.
And you hear in the video, you hear M22's boys just beating the shit out of him, just saying, "How dare you come up in here?" And like,
what was that kid's excuse? Remember? Like it was something weird. He like posed as a Postmate.
Yeah, something weird. And he's all like, "Give me all your money."
It was something stupid.
And Adam literally like smiled.
He thought it was a joke.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
He's like, oh.
Yeah, that's so
Dude,
weird.
have you seen?
Because Adam does it out of his bike shop.
Yeah, not anymore, right? They sold that shop. I'm pretty sure.
I think he has a couple though.
I think he got rid of that. Or they're moving from the Melrose shop. I saw that. I don't watch like as much, but fuck. There was another instance that when NGK slapped him. Have you seen that?
My god! Because he's
hilarious.
Okay, I actually like MGK.
That's like, you like MGK.
Yeah, I actually like MGK. Dude, Ohio sucks though. I
know nothing about Ohio.
Yeah, who does? That place is garbage. Man, Ohio, you suck. Ohio State sucks. Urban Meyer sucks. Okay, I'm sorry. But
that's how Maryland feels about New Jersey.
Yeah, I like MGK, but what he did to Adam, I don't like. I don't really necessarily agree. Like Adam just gave like his opinion on MGK's music.
Yeah,
like,
I think MGK just gets a little testy.
Yeah, he gets a little testy. So like he walks up to Adam, and Adam even says, "And here's Machine Gun Kelly," and he like puts the mic to MGK, and MGK goes, "Man, fuck that." And this is like smacks the shit out of him, and then I guess MGK came up to him like 10 minutes later.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you know about this. And I guess he just like got face to face with Adams. Like I don't fucking do that internet talking shit. Like, dude, I just gave like an honest opinion about. I didn't say anything about you. I just said I don't like this song.
My favorite critic on the internet though is the Needle Drop. Do you watch him?
No.
Anthony. What's his name? Fucking Mellon, I think. Or
bald with glasses. I actually do know who that is.
So yeah, he's like a meme almost at this point, especially amongst the rap community because he does a lot of reviews on rap shit, and he has a site called the Needle Drop, and he just reviews albums and shit, but he's like harsh critiques. They're very valid. Like all of them are very valid.
Do you know what's funny? Because my boy, he's a musician, Chris Villa.
I love Chris Villa. Man.
Yeah, I'm hanging out with him tonight. That's the cat we've been watching.
Shit, dude! I love Chris. He's a good dude.
We can have him on the pod.
Dude, we should totally, man.
Chris,
let's hit him up.
We could have him next pod.
Every time he like asks me to do like a party or something, I'm always doing something.
Oh, really?
Like because he'll hit me up like out of nowhere.
Yeah, Chris is my guy. Sometimes I think I'm a little too much for him, but he's my guy.
He's a cool dude.
But
he doesn't like smoke or drink it, right?
Nope, he's completely straight edge.
Yeah, straight edge too.
And he's cool. He's not like a weird.
No, but that's the thing I liked about. I remember when he told me that originally, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But then like he's like the coolest.
And
dude.
you wouldn't think because he's like punked out.
Yeah, exactly. So it's very
I'm
antithesis.
so forgetful today. Why did I bring Chris up?
I don't know.
What were we just talking about?
About your boy named Chris Villa. Something about metal bands, or we were talking about bands, I think.
Earlier. Oh, because we were talking about the dude who got beat up on his own. Like we were talking about
Adam 22, yeah,
Adam,
Machine Gun
no.
Kelly. This is the podcast just us trying to remember what we were fucking talking about
Dude.
2 seconds ago.
No, but I brought him up for a precise reason.
Okay, let's work it back.
That sucks
Let's
because
work
I
it
know we're
back.
gonna watch the playback.
Let's work it back.
Okay.
We were talking about
Adam 22.
Adam 22, and then the needle drop.
Oh, Chris doesn't even like matter in this story. I would watch the needle drop with Chris, and you know what's funny about him is he would be so harsh on albums, but the only album I watched of him being nice about was like an ICP in an album. He was saying like good things about that. And I was like, that's pretty strange to have that opinion.
Dude, he's never given a good.
ICP recording studio is like literally
Yeah,
a mile and a half away from my childhood house.
That's dope. Yo, so there's a I forget how I was gonna fucking talk about through ICP. No, there's a he only like review. He never gives out good reviews.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite review of his is this band. I'm just gonna go off a little tangent really quick on music. Which, if you guys listen to music, look up Sharper Florist. Anyway, he goes on this tangent about this band, AJR. Have you heard of them?
AJR.
AJR. They are the worst fucking band.
What are they?
They are the preteen Imagine Dragons. So they've sampled SpongeBob.
Where's nut when you need him?
They've sampled SpongeBob in a song. I shit you not.
That could be.
It's not.
If
It's
Kanye
in the
like
whole-
sampled SpongeBob, he
it's
could probably make
yeah,
it
no,
sick.
Kanye be great, but it's 3 little white kids like that are brothers, like, and it's the most cringiest like buy a Toyota.
We had it in time.
We're at 50 minutes.
Oh, we're good. We're good.
okay.
We're good. Yeah.
But it's the cringy shit ever, and the needle drop just shits on him, and it's the best thing ever. I love when people shit on other people. To be honest.
Oh
with you.
yeah,
it's
dude.
the best.
Dude, I love like Cody Ko's style of
Well,
just
Cody
like
Ko's,
shitting on
like,
people.
Cody Ko is the first one, in my opinion, when he came on commentary that was actually like genuinely funny in a cool way.
Because he's like a Duke
Yeah,
graduate
he's a fucking
and
Duke
like
grad.
he's Canadian.
Yeah, he's Canadian.
But did you see the video of Jake Paul like confronting Cody
That's
Ko?
the funniest shit ever.
Dude.
Do you watch that kid's videos, Jeff Wittick?
Mm-mm.
So the barbershop video he was on, that kid's like barbershop series, whatever. It's actually pretty funny. It's like, it's kind of in the style of Eric Andre, where it's just very random shit, but it's actually kind of funny. Like, watch that episode in particular. Where
Cody
he
Ko's?
From Jeff's perspective.
Well, I watched from Jeff's perspective. I
It's
watched
funny.
like Cody explain it in a solo video, and I watched Cody explain it in a podcast with Noel.
I didn't watch the podcast. When I watched his video where he explains
He goes even
It's
deeper in the
hysterical.
podcast.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And like now the Dobre brothers, like
Oh
twins in
my
a fight,
God,
that's
dude.
all. That's so
Those kids are the worst.
funny.
I would honestly probably like rather like
Let's
fucking
please
go
talk
on a
about
date
these-
with Jake
let's
Paul
please
than
talk
watch a
about these
Dobre.
cringy ass kids, man.
They're so cringy.
Why did they? They both have like these heavy lisps. And, like,
Yeah,
not to
I'm
dog
not.
on
Yeah,
them,
no,
like,
but they're not even lisps. Sometimes I'm like, are they faking that?
right. It's like because their brothers have
it's
perfect
like, oh,
English.
come on, bro.
I don't understand how their other brothers, the older ones, have perfect English.
Yeah, they talk fine.
and yet the other ones have accents.
Dude, their anti-bullying video.
It's the funniest thing ever.
Dude, what is it? You better stop that.
Stop that.
Yeah.
Stop that.
He's like taking people's lives. You can stop
Yeah.
that.
Jeffrey Dahmer. Stop
Yeah,
that.
what? Dude,
Jeffrey
how
Epstein,
pretentious. I'm so happy. Like, I'm just not like that. Like, I'm just so happy.
Honestly, I would love to see the place that money would take me. You know what I mean?
Me too, dude. I like one of two ways. I feel like I'd either be super responsible or I'd have like a pet giraffe. You know?
My thing, because I'm always such a stickler on like jealousy mainly, but like being a hipster of, oh, this guy fucking sold out, like he's doing this like corny ass shit for these
Right.
production. I always thought to myself, like, what would happen, Brad, if you land yourself like a kid's like TV show? You know what I mean? Like a
Oh
little variety
my
show.
God, I'd do
I
it in
would
a
sell
heartbeat.
out so fucking hard.
I would
like,
most definitely be the next dude on Blue's Clues.
shut the fuck up, Jake, because that's exactly what I want to be.
Really?
So
You could
I
do
will-
it.
dude. I
Bust
will
out the
fight
gu-
you for Steve.
Do you
dog.
know? No.
I'll
Because
fight you for
like
Steve.
honestly, I could just never do that. Like I would never be cast. I don't even think I'd be considered for roles like that.
Man, I did a kid's birthday party this weekend.
You have the look. You have the voice. You have the like. You could do that actually.
No, it'd be fun. I would definitely think about it.
I don't think I would like connect with little kids.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, you have to do it for a while until you understand, like,
Because I just be all like, hey, fuckers.
My favorite thing to wake up to is Brad doing one of his classes because I can hear the switch into like kid mode, and it's amazing. I love it.
You got to turn it on.
I take back everything I just said though about myself because I just like forget like how I interact with my brother, and I'm just like that's just the same as interacting with kids. So like I take everything I said back.
You have to like know that the person you're talking to has an innocence of them that
Exactly.
they have not lost.
And they're just
They're not going to understand like irony and things like that.
or just sarcasm.
Sarcasm,
like,
they won't understand.
My brother literally like he doesn't understand anything. So I've actually like have like a lot of patience towards like little kids and like older people. I think it's like kids our age people our age. I have zero tolerance for like.
I've had better responses with kids that are like preschool, 5 to whatever, when I treat them like kind of jokingly.
Oh yeah.
And like almost with a bit of sarcasm and things like that. But I always gauge that off the parents first.
Oh yeah.
Like once I meet the parents and I know the parents are cool, down to earth people, then I'll like in front of the parents, like I'll joke around with their kid and whatnot and like just do like little stupid shit. And like it's hilarious and they'll find that funny. But like smaller kids like that who don't understand like sarcasm or things like that, like that's not smart. That's not smart to do. Then you have a crying kid in front of you. You're like, I didn't do anything. What'd I do? And the parents are like, did you touch him? And it's like,
my gosh. Wow. That just goes back to I don't even need to be around little kids.
Yeah, right. Yo, so I think a good topic to end on for the day is we were talking about we missed Father's Day. We were all doing shit. I think we should say a little something for Father's Day.
Do you want to end with that or Poirier hooker pick?
Poirier hooker pick. We'll end with that. But yeah, anybody got a good dad story they'd like to tell? I'm like running through the million in my fucking head right now.
That's what I'm doing too. My dad and me just couldn't even be more different. I have a lot. Yeah.
That's so funny. Like, yeah, let's talk about like because me and my dad like couldn't be more similar.
Oh, really?
In a lot of ways.
Yeah, my dad and I we no similarity. There's probably similarities.
Does he have similarities with your other brother?
Yeah, I'm definitely more like they're a lot more like quiet. Like my dad like would think what I'm wearing right now is like fucking dumb, and he would like voice that opinion. Like my dad's like that type of like what are these pants?
My dad would voice this, but in like a joking way.
My dad would be a little more serious about it. No, my dad is cool, dude. My dad, like, I love my dad. He's the best dad ever. But like, my dad's a lawyer, and he's like went to school, like law school, and he was raised by like a World War II vet. And like,
he's very
my grandpa was a judge. My dad like wasn't. We just had different lives, you know. I had a more cushy life than my dad too, so I kind of had like. Man, you guys have me thinking. Another reason why I think I'm a lot different than my dad and my siblings is because of Ben. Me and him are right there
you're
in
really
age.
close to your brother.
So my sister and Joe knew life before Ben, and they kind of had like time to develop, and then Ben was born, and then I was born 2 years after Ben. So my parents did the best they could, but obviously a lot of attention was on Ben.
Yeah,
you know?
That makes sense.
Ben's my older brother. He's severely autistic. He can't like really talk. He can talk. He can like respond to you, but he can't speak in sentences. He can't tie his shoes. We still wash his hair.
That takes a lot.
I think I just had a lot more room to grow by myself.
Yeah.
And to not be around my parents 100% of the time, or them dealing with Ben a lot, or Ben being the focus. I was able to just like be myself.
Yeah.
So that sounds sad at the front of that sentence, but I actually like, I love that.
You wouldn't have changed.
And I don't know any life without Ben, so that's just fucking life. I don't have any weird feelings.
No regrets. So no.
I would love to hear my brother and sister's perspective on it, because we've never talked about that.
Yeah, I imagine.
I've never really talked about it with my parents.
Yeah, it's kind of a, touchy.
It's been life
That's
for
one
me.
of those subjects you bring up, like, when you're older, y'all drinking as a family and shit, like, kind of deal.
Yeah, we don't really do that, though.
Like, I definitely have had, like, deeper conversations with my family as I've gotten into, like, my mid-20s. Like, all, like, just
definitely.
drinking with the fam, like,
Especially.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Like that, not hilarious, but that's just it's super different from like my dad. And just because like it was only my sister and I, and she's only 3 years older than me,
Okay.
so we had a lot of attention.
Right.
And like so, yeah, my dad did nothing but shower my sister and I with attention.
I had a lot of attention, guys. Don't think I was like depraved or anything, but I like spent a lot of time at like friends' houses where my siblings didn't.
See, friends would come over to our houses. That was the kind of deal. Like my house is like the hub for all my friends.
See, my house was not the hub specifically for Ben. I had 7 dogs at home, and
you do a shit ton of.
And I had like Dobermans who like didn't like other people like being there. So like obviously, I had friends that were scared of the dogs. I had friends who were scared of my dad. So like my house just wasn't it. So like I literally, my best friend Jesse, we've been friends since 1st grade. So 20 years now.
Shout out Jesse.
Jesse Stallings. He's probably been inside and like really hung out in my house like 3 times in 20 years
That's insane.
where I've spent the night at his house for like 7 days in a row.
He's like grew up at his place.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy. That was just saying. What's funny is like just the differences in your dad and my dad. So your dad's a lawyer, right? My dad's a florist.
Pretty different.
That's hilarious. So
my dad's like 6'6".
my dad, that's fucked up, man. I'm short as hell. My dad's like 6'1".
Oh, that sucks.
I know. What the fuck?
Dang.
Yeah, man, it's fucked up, man.
Yeah, I was imagining just like a copycat of Brad.
No, it's horse shit. And he's got a thick ass mustache. I can't get that.
My dad's clean shaven. Do you know what my dad looks like? My dad looks like Pierce Bronson.
I think you've shown me.
Yeah.
Pierce Bronson, no shit.
My dad, but like they're probably the same age like now, but my dad probably like wears a little more age. But he looks like Pierce Bronson, like icy blue eyes, like clean shaven, the same hair, but like literally like a foot taller than me.
My dad's name's Frank, and he looks like Frank. Like he's got a thick like cop mustache. But like the funniest thing about my dad is like he has, going off the Father's Day topic, shout out to all the dads. My dad has always has a hobby in his life. I'm the same exact way. Like at any point in my life, you'll catch me. I have some sort of hobby going on, whether that's music or something. But like my dad's big ones that have stuck through the years, like they change all the time, are like puzzles. My dad fucking loves puzzles and shit. He'll go for those for days of puzzles. Damn. Fucking guns. He loves guns.
That's sick.
Right? So like we get to shoot a lot of cool guns. And then finally, remote control. Planes, cars, and boats are his shit.
Damn, my dad wouldn't be doing any of that.
That's how, yeah, right.
And my dad comes home from the law firm, and he's in a suit. Goes upstairs, gets undressed, comes down, eats something, and then like sits and watches TV in like silence.
See, like I don't know how my dad doesn't do that, because like my dad's a business owner, so he's running the store and the shop and everything. So it's a lot of work.
This is like a generational business too. Like
it's been around for
a
over
really
100
long
years.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, over 100 years. So he does all of that, which is insane. But like if the wind is right, like he would, instead of going home.
Oh, he's flying.
If the wind is right, he's going to the farm. He's going to the farm. He's fucking taking off.
Your mom probably doesn't even need to ask where he's at.
No, she hates it.
Oh,
she
really?
fucking hates it. It's hilarious.
Brad tells me about like his parents and his hobbies.
My dad got super into guitar in
That's
the
cool.
last like 6 years, and now he has like a whole collection, like rare Les Pauls, like
Yo,
special.
send me some pictures of those.
Yeah, like what's this one he has? It's a Les Paul. It has like a globe on the neck of it up top.
What the?
Like a Les Paul Supreme or something it's called. And he's had like guitars made. He has a guitar.
Does he play a lot of electric guitar? Sounds like it.
And acoustic.
And acoustic.
He has like this blue
So good, Danny?
Ibanez acoustic.
Ibanez?
Yeah, he has like this weird blue one.
I know
that-
exactly which one.
Yeah,
that
he
is,
has tons of them, and he has like a guitar made specifically for like my autistic brother, where like puzzle
cool.
pieces are on the neck, and it says like 2D and it's like wood grain. It's electric. He's gotten into that, but before then, my dad's like a 4th degree black belt, and he is like a weapons master.
Where did this come from?
And Shidokan karate. And he's like a master with
Like
the
Krav
bow.
Maga?
He's like master with the bow staff and like
Oh,
size and
shit.
stuff. It's like I
I see where you get that.
It's a
from,
mix
yeah.
of like judo and karate. I would best describe.
It's kind of cool. So awesome striking, good takedowns.
Yeah, and like
Good hip tosses and shit?
like I wouldn't say jujitsu. Like you're not going through for submission, but you're definitely like pressuring on top. they're
Sounds
on
like
the ground.
wrestling.
Yeah. Like with like a box cover on top, like you're really trying to ball you. But
Well, speaking of this would be a good transition into the upcoming fight.
oh yeah,
What date? What's the date on this? Next
this is what July? No. That's the
the main. Or
that's
the
the
big card.
pay-per-view. It's
This
what?
next one isn't pay per view.
I think it's 20. It's fight night.
It's just a fight night. That's a crazy good main event for a fight night.
I got it, Dan.
You know what? I'm appreciative of them making this the main event for the fight night to make up for the last couple fight nights.
Yeah, dude.
The Emmett was awesome, but
the Jessica they shouldn't even put that on TV.
Why was that? Yeah,
that
exactly.
was a prelim.
That should be on YouTube for free.
That should be on YouTube for free. Dude, Jessica I is my least favorite.
Have you
fighter.
seen the fucking meme going around of her when she was calling out Sajara Eubanks on missing weight and shit?
Oh my
And she's
god!
like,
and
How
then
about you make weight like the rest of
and
us?
now,
then
now
she
she's like,
misses weight
guys, I
twice.
can't even stand. And she's just
She's like 8 pounds, like 5 pounds
Oh my
over,
God.
something crazy.
So yeah, it's June 27th.
27th. That's coming up.
Yeah, coming
Fuck
up.
yeah.
So honestly, the card's weak. It's
Yeah,
really
we'll call
weak.
it out.
I guess we'll tell you what the co-main is. It's Mike Perry, the biggest idiot in the UFC.
Love Mike Perry.
Dude, that dude's a clown.
Platinum, baby.
And I hate saying that because he's a
Platinum.
Michigan boy, but he's literally the biggest idiot ever. He's literally only going to have his girlfriend that he's been dating for 4 weeks in
he
his
cheats
corner.
on her like it's almost like a schedule. You know what I mean? Like they break up, get back. Why does she keep getting back together with him?
No, dude, I think you're missing the news. You're talking about that blonde girl, his
Yeah,
wife.
they
No, he's dating a different girl that he's saying is going to be in his corner. They're completely done.
Okay, good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
But Mike dumped her.
Oh God.
Yeah. I hate saying that because Mike's like, Mike, you're
He's a
never
Michigan
mind.
boy.
Yeah, but Mickey Gall. He's fighting
Mike versus
Gall.
Mickey Gall.
Mickey Gall.
Who do you think's taking that?
Mickey Gall fights.
He bit Diego Sanchez.
Dude, he fought CM Punk.
Oh my gosh, you remember that? Why did they let that happen?
I'm gonna say Mickey Gall first round knockout because Mike Perry sucks and is an idiot.
knockout. I think he gets a knockdown and then into a submission.
Okay,
I could see that.
screw that fight. The main event's a
Yes.
banger though.
Agreed,
Dustin Poirier against I was about to say Max Holloway.
dude. Oof.
Dustin Poirier against Dan Hooker.
Dan Hooker, yeah.
Dude,
That's gonna be a good fight.
This is gonna be a good fight. I'm gonna honestly,
What do you got?
I'm gonna take Dan Hooker.
Ooh, interesting.
Take Dan Hooker. Oh, this is a 5-round because it's the main event.
Yeah,
huh?
5-rounder.
I'm gonna say Dan Hooker TKO 3rd round.
You're nuts.
Cause I don't think Poirier's head's in it, dude. I think that Khabib loss, I think that scarred him for life. Because just the way he was talking in his corner, just like, I can't get him off of me. And dude, if you look, because I watched the fight recently, so he's standing up and Khabib gets him in the rear naked, and that's how it ends.
Yeah.
Poirier doesn't defend it at all. And he literally stands up, looks out into the crowd, and you literally see it in his eyes. He just goes, well, I'm just going to get choked. Doesn't put his arms up and gets choked out. I was like, because I didn't notice that the first time I watched it, but he completely gave up in that fight. And I don't think Dustin Poirier, after this fight, after Dan Hooker beats him, I don't think he'll ever reach top 5 again.
I could see that, but I can also see Poirier coming back, wanting a vengeance for that. And I take Poirier decision.
I can definitely see him coming back for with a vengeance, but I don't think Dan Hooker is the guy to come back with a vengeance with.
I've
bro.
seen Dan Hooker lose. And I think
You've
he's gonna-
seen Dan Hooker lose. The last time he lost was 6 fights ago against Edson Barboza, and Barboza lit him up. And I think it was a doctor stoppage actually.
No, it was a shot to the liver. I think that finally folded him.
Okay. I definitely remember the shot to the liver. But dude, if that's how you're losing, I can't hold that loss against you at all.
Dustin beat the shit out of Max Holloway.
Dustin
Who says he can't do that to
Dustin also got his head
Hooker.
caved in by Connor.
Yeah, when he was fighting at 145 years ago.
But, dude, I hate when people say, dude, that was a long time ago. It was a long time ago for Conor, too. Conor was just...
Conor's lost since then.
So that fight should still hold ground because they were both at the same level at that time. Like, if Conor was in the UFC a little more and then beat Poirier when Poirier was young, you can use that. But no, they were at the same level.
Yeah, but also Conor got into Poirier's head and was living rent-free.
But you can say that about... what? So?
Hooker's not going to do that.
You can say, he might, bro. Look at Dan Hooker when that dude Max Robinoff on the last card quit on the stool. He's tweeting about it, saying you're made of marshmallows, boy. Dude, I think he can get in Poirier. I think anybody can get in Poirier's head.
Well, let's see. I'm saying Poirier decision.
Khabib got in Poirier's head. Conor got in Poirier. Who has Poirier lost to?
Michael Johnson. He got knocked out by Michael Johnson.
Dude.
That was the last one, though.
Dude, you're losing to Michael Johnson. You're never being in top 5
shot.
again.
Watch that fight. That shot was
so he lost
lucky.
to Khabib. No contest because he got absolutely murked by Eddie Alvarez, but then Eddie Alvarez kneed him in the head.
That was horse shit, man. Dustin was going to win that fight. Dustin was going to win that fight. He was back up, ready to roll.
No, he was about to get shit on. Got knocked out by Michael Johnson. Got knocked out by McGregor. Lost to Cub Swanson. Unanimous decision.
His first few fights in the UFC.
No, it's not, bro. He was in the WEC for 3 fights, then in the UFC for 5 fights before he lost to some Korean guy, then won a fight, then lost to Cub Swanson.
Yeah, see, less than 10.
Less than 10. Conor McGregor was a 2-time division champ 10 fights.
We're not talking about Conor McGregor. We're talking about Dustin Poirier.
Less than 10. Oh my God! If we're
talking about the Fayetteville boy.
If we're talking Zuffa fights, he was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fights when he fought Cub Swanson. 10, 11, 12, 13 fights in fighting Conor McGregor.
Jake, that is 100% fair, and I love it. Danny, if you could clip this from the podcast at Dustin Poirier for us. Yeah, let's see if he changes his tune.
Yeah, nah, Dustin, you're gonna get crumbled.
Dustin, fucking 5th round decision.
Watch, I'm talking all this shit, getting hot and fucking.
Watch, doesn't knock him out in 1 round.
No, I was about to say Dustin's just gonna uppercut him and decapitate him round 1.
I want you, Khabib.
Yeah,
he's coming back out,
dude. Oh, he's never fighting Khabib.
When's that's Saturday?
This is Saturday.
No, he's not fighting Conor.
He's not fighting Khabib either.
Well, what? When the fuck, Conor? The only way Conor's gonna fight again is that it would have to be after the Gaethje Khabib fight. Or if one of them drops out, Conor's in. 100%.
I think there is 1, 2, 3. I think there's 4 people I could see Conor saying yes to.
Who?
Masvidal.
Okay.
Nate.
Yeah, of course.
Khabib.
Yep.
No, 5. Justin Toney.
I mean, those are really the only ones I had in mind.
I don't see him saying yes to Tony anymore.
Really?
After the loss.
What happens if Tony comes back?
If Tony comes back and beats like a really
let me look up the
opponent.
let me look up the rank.
Yeah, if he comes back and beats a really good opponent, then yes.
Yeah, I'm talking about like a classic Tony performance.
Yeah, as of right now.
Because then he's where Conor is. A loss to Khabib, then he murked Cowboy. So they'd be exactly where they're supposed to.
As of right now, though, Conor is not taking a fight against Tony.
No, I agree.
But I agree with you that he would have to get offered. No, you know what,
dude? Honestly, this is gonna be a hot take.
Hit it.
I think the lightweight division's cooling off a bit. Because look at this. Let me tell you who's in the top. Justin Gaethje's number 1.
Yep.
Ferg just got his ass beat.
Yep.
Dustin Poirier just got choked out.
Yep.
Conor.
Yep.
Hooker.
Yep.
Felder just lost.
Yep.
Charles Olivier, who's the sleeper of the division.
Yeah.
Kevin Lee's lost how many in a row?
Well, his last was a win against Gregor, right? Or did he lose?
No, that was a second because he lost to.
Did he lose after that one?
He lost after that. It was. Let me look it up.
Because that Gregor performance was great.
That's a sad career, in my opinion.
He's still young though. He's still like, you know what I mean?
There's
like
so many losses on his record now, though. Well, not so many losses.
3?
No, that's wins.
What?
Yeah, by knockout.
Oh. was like, oh,
Charles Olivier just beat his ass.
Oh,
Yep.
you're right.
Beat his ass bad. Yep. Submitted him, too.
Is that Cowboy Charles Olivier?
Yeah.
His nickname is Cowboy.
Yep. And then he lost to RDA, lost to Iaquinta, beat Edson. Dude, Tony beat him.
Tony choked the shit out of him.
His record isn't good.
I wanted to say, going back to the Conor thing, there's no way Conor's fighting Masvidal unless it's for the lightweight title.
You don't think he'd fight him for the BMF title?
I don't think so.
I could see him fighting Nate for the BMF.
Yes, I can see him fighting Nate for the BMF title, but I don't think the risk is worth it for that belt.
I think if Conor gets one more win, I think he'd do it. If he gets one more win at welterweight.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like, say, what happens if...
A big Nate win at welterweight, maybe?
What happens if they... No, not Nate. I don't think Nate does... I don't think...
Well, I don't see him fighting anybody else at welterweight. Other than Kamaru for the belt.
Have him fight fucking Leon Edwards.
Why the fuck would Conor fight Leon Edwards?
Because Leon is ranked number 4. Colby would absolutely...
But unfortunately, we still have to get around the fact that nobody gives a fuck about Leon Edwards still.
But that would just give an excuse to put him in the top 3.
Yeah, but why would he take that risk at all?
Huh?
Of Leon Edwards?
Because I think he'd pop Leon Edwards. I don't think it's a risk.
I think Leon Edwards is a dangerous fight.
Oh, it's a dangerous fight for someone like Woodley who should retire.
Once again, though, it's Conor, but it's not going to pull anything.
Have Conor fight number 9, who he's been supposed to fight, RDA.
I think the ship sailed on that. Who's RDA won against?
Kevin Lee?
Once again, Kevin Lee, who just lost to fucking... What's his name?
Let me look it up. RDA. Dude, honestly...
I think the only fight that's going to happen is either winner of Khabib, Gaethje, or Nate. I think that's the only thing he's going to get the money he wants, and then that's the only fights that...
Think of it this way. Though. RDA just fought Leon Edwards, and he lost, but it was to a split decision. Conor could fucking bop Leon, bro. Dude, okay, honestly, RDA's lost a lot, but look at his record, who he's fought. So
RDA's a legit dude.
So he beat Robbie Lawler.
Yeah.
And then he lost to Colby in a decision, 5-round decision. Mm-hmm. Then he lost to Usman.
Colby fucked him up.
Usman in a 5-round division.
Usman fucked him up.
Then he beat Kevin Lee. Then he lost to Leon in a split.
Yeah.
Lost to Chiesa. Dude, I love Chiesa.
I love Chiesa, man.
I love Chiesa. I love Chiesa.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's a
like
cool
if you watch his
dude.
behind the scenes on YouTube, he's I need to hear your shifting opinion on Sean O'Malley.
Dude, okay, so just based on after his fight and
you were high on this kid.
I still am. I love Sean. But I think he needs to change his tune a little bit, bro.
What do you think coming off a little cocky?
I think I hate using that word because you have to be confident in MMA.
100%.
He's just getting a little. His britches are a little too big. Like he's talking about like knocking out everybody in the top 5, and he's just like,
you know what,
dude? Honestly, Sean, I think you get smoked by everybody in the top 5. I don't think you would in a year. I think you're ranked number 15 right now.
I think that he is going about it, which is a good way to go about it. The Conor McGregor route, where it's all where it's all confidence. You know what I mean? It's all, vibrato, flash. However, when you listen to him talk, like you were saying, when he's got, I'm gonna knock out these guys, it does not have the confidence that Conor McGregor had.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say it's
doubt.
different.
There is doubt still.
You
can hear it. You can hear it in his voice. There's still doubt.
I just don't get like, dude, I love you, Sean. I don't even like saying this. Where do you get off thinking that you're like the best? Like Eddie Wineland and then like some no names.
That's the thing. Like I was just about to say, like he still hasn't fought anybody top 10, right?
He hasn't fought anybody top 15.
That's crazy.
Yeah. He wants to fight Cheeto Vera next. Who was 15 before Malley knocked him out. I think he should fight Yadong next.
I'd like that fight. Against a Team Alpha Male guy?
Yeah, Yadong's, I think, 14 or 13.
Yo, you should try to go to the Team Alpha Male gym while you're in Sacramento.
Dude, definitely say what's up to Uriah.
Yo, wonder if we could just walk.
Cody.
So I was gonna I'm gonna look up some information on how you really go about it. But do you watch the Schmo, right?
Yeah.
But
okay,
the Schmo only runs a YouTube channel, his podcast. But even when he was just starting out, he got media credentials. How do we get those, man?
I bet we
interview
could get
some of
him
these fucking
easily.
fighters.
we should like interview like low level guys. First,
Yeah, that'd be
and maybe
great.
Just get a couple
I
interviews
say
under our
you
belt.
like you and I go if we can get Danny in, and then we just take turns with the camera and just interviewing dudes.
Right, dude. There has to be dudes we could get in contact with. Sean, if we
Oh yeah, we could get Sean.
if we got in contact with Sean a year ago, I think we could have done it.
A year ago, I think we would have had a really good
when
chance.
we have to catch these people. There's people who interviewed Connor before
Yeah.
Connor was big.
We just got. Well, I still think you and us three, really need to go to a local MMA show, an amateur show. Because and just record it like as a vlog series kind of for the podcast. It'd be hilarious. And then like we could try to interview dudes afterwards. That'd be funny.
We should go to a UFC show soon.
When's
whenever
the next
they
one
open
that's
it.
gonna be here? Isn't it in Anaheim, I think? No, wait, they don't even have anything posted.
Yeah,
because of all
who
this shit.
knows?
But it's usually
It looks
Anaheim,
like all the
Staples Center.
it looks like all the international fights are going to be Fight Island for a while.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Just keep giving us fights, Dana, and I'm okay.
Yeah, Dana, I love you. Thank
I
you for all
love fucking
this.
Dana, man.
Yeah, everyone
I
who talks shit
can't
on
stand
Dana,
when,
go to hell.
when people talk shit on Dana.
It's because they're bitter about
Like,
being let
obviously-
go from the UFC.
Yeah, he lies. Yeah, he doesn't pay his fighters enough.
He's a businessman.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Like
When have you ever met an owner who's so invested in their own sport, who loves their sport
and
that much?
I just like, why are these people surprised? Like this is what
Yeah.
the head of
All know that businessmen are like,
Yeah,
this is what companies are like.
That's your manager's job to be all up in arms about this shit. You know
Yeah,
what I
why
mean?
are you pissing your pants about it?
Like that whole Masvidal shit? You got the contract. Like, that's your money.
Dude, that's
by
another
the amount
guy.
in which they give it out
Same
is
thing
just...
with Sean, dude. That you make me. I'm such a fan, and then you make
know,
me hate you.
right?
What the fuck is the man? Take the title fight. Like, what is your
Take the
problem?
fight.
He's worrying about money. Do you know how much money comes if you win the title? But I hear he's gonna
Like-
be on the cover of UFC 4.
That's cool.
Ali was talking shit, and he didn't
Fuck
say
Ali.
he didn't say any names. He just said Khabib should be on the cover, and the guy who's on the cover has double-digit losses.
I think Masvidal should be on the cover.
And then I guess Masvidal tweeted back like, "Shut the fuck up, you rat!" Just the same shit Connor used to say.
Connor's bringing up some good points.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember before that fight happened, that Conor-Khabib fight, I had the biggest heart-on the entire way
Oh, me
to the
too.
fight. The press conference when he
Oh
was
my
just
God.
screaming at him
In the pink suit,
in the pink. When he went out to the,
he's like,
so
That
he
one.
put out a thing that was like, anybody who comes to Madison Square Garden for the press conference with a bottle of whiskey is getting in for free, and they didn't let any of them in, and the fans in. So after the press conference, Connor went out there. My best friend who still lives in New York, Andres, I told him about that. He's like, I'm going. So he went down there. He's like, they're not letting us in, yada yada. He's like, I'm gonna stick around. Everybody's out here. He comes out afterwards, fucking running down, up and giving everybody high fives. He has a video of it.
damn.
Yeah, he was on cloud 9.
I
Dude, Connor's coked the fuck up
Oh
before that
yeah,
fight.
dude. If I met Connor, I'd probably just like get into my car, drive to like a deserted place, get out, and just like camp there for a couple days with like no equipment.
If I met Connor, I wouldn't be able to speak.
yeah, no.
I
I would fear to sound stupid so much.
yeah. Like I told you about the time I met Anderson at ArcLight, right?
Mama's calling you? No.
Oh shit! Here we go, guys.
Damn, I have to piss so bad.
Mom.
Hey,
Hey, you're on speaker.
hey, okay.
What are you
What's going
doing?
on? I was just calling you back.
Okay, so real quick, do you know Comet Pizza? Can you hear?
Huh?
Do you know Comet Pizza in DC or in Bethesda?
Sure. Yeah.
Comet Ping Pong. Do you know?
I mean, no.
You don't happen to know the guy who owns it, do you? James. Fuck, I forget his last name.
something with an A, I think.
But he's like in all the socialite like DC political. I was wondering if like what's his name, Nick's husband happened to know him.
What's his name? I gotta look. I mean, not that I
Look up
not that
Comet.
I know off the top of my head, but I mean, I've heard of the pizza place. Why? What about him?
Well, there's a big conspiracy going on called Pizzagate about how a bunch of politicians go there to sexually abuse children. We're on the podcast right now, by the way. You're on the podcast, and
Hi, everybody.
and
Alephantis.
James Alephantis is the guy who owns it.
Ooh, I actually have heard of him.
Ooh.
No, but let me look into it. Let me see
So tread lightly, Mom. People get killed over this, over digging too deep. So
I'm just gonna do some due diligence, so let me check around.
ask your buddies and then let me know, okay?
Oh, she's fully
All
involved.
right, thanks,
now.
Mom. Love you.
Okay, love you.
Bye.
Look at us trying to solve Pizzagate.
Thanks, Mom.
We're literally trying to get in contact with the owner. I bet like
Watch, my
1,000.
fucking mom will have the whole thing solved. She's
my
a Facebook
God.
warrior, dude.
That's actually terrifying.
She's like, I know their kids. I have their bank accounts, their socials. Yeah, exactly. All right, what were we talking about though? We're UFC before we.
Masvidal, he's just a clown for not taking the title
Yeah,
shot.
man. That's just rough. But I want to more than anything. I think I say this every time we talk. I want to see Conor fight.
Yep, Conor, get Conor a fight, Dana.
Give Conor a fight. Give him whatever number he
You
wants.
can have him fight. I don't know, like Raquel Pennington. I don't care. Just like have him
I
fight
think
somebody.
Henry Cejudo needs to fight Valentina Shevchenko.
I think it's actually kind of
That's an
up, 'cause
even fight.
I was about to say Shevchenko might.
Him and Nunes would be a good fight.
I think Nunes literally might beat him.
I think so, but that's why I want to see it.
She
Like,
fights at 145.
she fights at 145, yeah. But dude, they could make 135, both of them,
Yeah, easily.
going even Stevens,
And just bang it out.
and just bang it out. Could
Oh
you
my
imagine
God.
if Amanda starts lighting him up to where Henry has to shoot because he's never shot
the
before? Really,
confidence would just be like,
Yeah, right?
"Oh." The crowd
As the
would
fans-
start going nuts.
Oh my God! Like he shot! He shot!
Or he's just getting lit up and he starts backpedaling heavy, then the crowd would start going, ah.
I would be screaming, dude. That'd be awesome.
Oh my God. Damn. Henry,
That'd be the best thing ever. Henry, you gotta come out of
come
retirement,
back.
bro.
Amanda
We gotta see
Nunes.
it. The what is it? The intergender champ.
The intergender champ. Damn.
All right, should we wrap
We
it
got-
up?
yeah.
Or we need to talk anymore?
I think we're good. I think I'm baking under these lights a little.
Yeah, it is getting a little steamy in here. Alrighty,
All right,
everybody.
gang.
Yeah, thanks for joining us for episode 3 of the BJ Factory. We will be back at you probably later on this week. If you got any questions, comments, or concerns, DM us on our Instagram, BJ Factory Baby, and we'll see you later.
Bye, little guys.